Hi, I'm Greg Parker. Vice President Joe Biden announced this morning the withdrawal of all American combat troops from Iraq. Speaking in front of a veterans group in Indianapolis, Biden said 50,000 remaining troops will be focusing their mission on helping Iraqis stay self-reliant. WTIU's Dan Goldblatt filed this report.
Vice President Biden, speaking at the National Convention of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, says the remaining troops will be armed and are still ready to fight if needed to, but will take on more of a support role.
Their mission has changed. They are now there to help Iraqis help themselves. And meanwhile, we're ramping up our civilian-led effort to ensure Iraqis remain stable, sovereign, and self-reliant.
Biden also spoke about the war in Afghanistan and reiterated his support of General Petraeus and his efforts to defeat the Taliban.
General Petraeus is working tirelessly to strengthen the Afghan security force, and it is a daunting undertaking. And to take insurgents on in regions where they have run roughshod for too long.
One Indiana veteran in attendance, Herb Mullen, fought in Vietnam and served in the National Guard during the Iraqi occupation from 2005 to 2007. He's glad the troops are coming home, but says he hopes the troop withdrawal is the right decision.
I think it's wonderful that they feel that the situation has stabilized to where they can bring the guys home.
After speaking in Indianapolis, the Vice President then traveled to Toledo, Ohio, where he spoke at the Chrysler Toledo Assembly Complex. In other news, despite some job gains last month, Indiana's unemployment rate continued to increase. It now stands at 10.2%. In its report released Friday, the State Department of Workforce Development blamed the increase on a decline in government jobs. That sector lost about 4,300 positions, mostly because of the loss of census work. The state saw job growth in private education, health services, manufacturing, construction, transportation, and trade. Indiana's jobless rate is higher than the national average, which currently is at 9.5%. Now, how about a look at your weather forecast for tonight? Mostly cloudy, lows in the lower 60s. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, highs in the upper 80s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy as well, lows in the lower 60s. And then moving ahead to the 5-day forecast, on Wednesday, partly cloudy, highs in the mid-80s, lows in the upper 50s. On Thursday, partly cloudy, highs in the lower 80s, lows in the low 60s. Friday, clear skies, highs in the mid-80s, lows in the mid-50s. Saturday, mostly clear, highs in the upper 80s, lows in the lower 60s. And for more on these stories and other local news, go to indianapublicmedia.org.